WWE Universe. Don't you be scared. Clap for your longest reigning tag champs and feel the power. Also, y'all, clap for the longest reigning show that's going to be out there, the Legendary Show. And today's topic is New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks, y'all. Kofi Kingston. Today's topic is New Day's Kofi Kingston has now hit a grand champion in WWE. Man, Kofi Kingston has had a long journey. Kofi Kingston, even though New Day is a trio tag team that consists of Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods, but we talking about Kofi Kingston because he's the one that became the grand champion at NXT, last NXT's pay-per-view. Him and Xavier Woods faced it pretty deadly in a tag team for the NXT Tag Championships, and New Day did win those NXT Tag Team Championships. Now, as far as Kofi Kingston was he's been a multiple-time Intercontinental Champion. He's been a multiple-time United States Champion. He also held multiple tag team champions with people like Evan Bourne, Big E, which is one of his partners. He's had a lot of tag team champions, and now he's recently another NXT tag team champion. So he's won SmackDowns. Well, he's won championships from all, every title they got. That's what a grand champion is when you win all the belts that that organization has, which is WWE. He's won all the belts. And now that made him a grand champion was picking up the NXT Tag Champions with his championships with his partner Xavier Woods. That's got to be a good deal because, man, I remember a time where African Americans did not have a chance in pro wrestling at all. They was like people, they was made to lose, and they just didn't have no chances. And for a long time, there was no black champions at all. You know what I mean? So within the last maybe 3 to 4 years, we have finally gotten those actual African American champions. Like we had Bobby Lashley, we had Big E. He was a WWE champion. So was Bobby Lashley. You got The Rock, but The Rock is, to me, The Rock counts himself more, even though his dad, R.I.P. Rocky Johnson, that was his father. But Rock, to me, was still more labeled as a Samoan. To me, I think he embraced more of his Samoan heritage than he did his black heritage. But it's great to call this out because, like I said, I remember there was a chance we didn't have black folks didn't have no chance in pro wrestling at all. Now it's like that's all we're doing is winning championships in wrestling right now. We dominate a lot of sports. We dominated football. We dominated basketball, UFC. There ain't no sport that we don't dominate. Now we dominate in pro wrestling too, which is great. So I had to get a shout out to Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods for their NXT Tag Team Championships win at the last NXT pay-per-view, and they beat the tag team pretty deadly. But also to Kofi Kingston on giving him a shout out for him becoming a grand champion in WWE. That means you won every title that they have, that organization, which is WWE, has, and it just giving putting a spotlight more on our our quote unquote African American community, instead of it just being showed that we out here talking about our ops and killing each other and stuff like that. We actually out here winning championships, man. And I hope we could. And I see Carmelo Hayes, man. He's going to be another one I see that's going to be an up and coming future WWE champion. Also, I would have took it that Velveteen Dream, before he had all his sexual allegations come on him, would have been a great WWE champion. Also, we can't forget about Ahmed Johnson, Ron Simmons, World's Strongest Man. Even though Ahmed Johnson didn't make, he was supposed to be a WWE champion, but he only made it as far as Intercontinental Champion. You had Ron Simmons, who was the first Black African American champion there ever was, around about in 1990. He defeated Big Van Vader, RIP to Big Van Vader. He defeated him to become the first ever African American black champion. You know, you got Booker T, which is a six-time world heavyweight champion. Yeah, so we've had some good African American champions, and I hope we can only continue to push and get more African American champions because I see a lot that's on the horizon. Like I said, I see Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes is going to be a good one. You know, and hopefully we get the return of Big E because Big E had been out with he's also the New Day's tag partner because they, you know, like I said, they're a 3-man trio. But he had got injured in the neck surgery. He had a neck. He had broke his neck in a wrestling match, and he had to take some time off to get surgery and everything. But hopefully he might have his return when he comes back. But definitely I had to put the spotlight on the New Day, man, because like I said, they not only that, they are your longest reigning. They was your longest reigning tag champions until the Usos. Shout out to the Usos. The Usos became they beat their reign. They're at like over 800, I think they over 500 some odd days now as undisputed tag team champions because Usos right now they hold the Raw and the SmackDown tag team champions. But this ain't about the Usos right now. This is about Kofi Kingston. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that on another day. another topic another day or something like that. You know, might even do it today because I'm on the road today. But I just had to get the shout out to Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston for winning the NXT Tag Champions. Hopefully you can help the younger talent coming up. And also Kofi Kingston, shout out to you again, being a grand champion. And I give you that shout out on the Legendary Show. So when they say who's the grand champion? Who? New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks. Legendary Show. Y'all be back at y'all with another one.